Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, I murdered my way to the top of House Telvanni, and honestly, I do not feel bad about this at all. That's just how House Telvanni works. This is how it's supposed to be done, damn it. And today, right, having made some very fast progress with all sorts of guilds recently, I think we should turn our attention back to the main quest, because poor old Caius did say, possibly several months ago at this point, that I ought to come and see him about this whole Nerevarine business, and in particular, acquiring a lost Nerevarine prophecies held by some dissident priests. Which is especially interesting, because I'm like 99% sure I know where these priests are. In a gigantic floating prison right in the heart of Vivec, so okay, that could be interesting, because if they're being held captive by the temple, well, wouldn't you cocking know it, I'm the Pope, so right, this could make this a very interesting jailbreak indeed. So, quick recall back to Balmora, let's see what we flipping got. I love Caius so much, and then he just stays inside his house, surrounded by moon sugar and skooma pipes, and never ever puts a shirt on. You are magnificent, Caius, I love you. So, right, let's have a nice chat about what we're gonna be doing next, and, okay, he's happy I've been cured, magnificent, though, I've had a bit of bad news. I've been recalled to the Imperial City, you'll be promoted to operative, and we'll head the blades here in Vardenfell until I return, so, okay, no, I don't accept this. You can't go, Caius. You are magnificent and I love you. You're not allowed to just leave me here. You are too magnificent to not be in this game. And oh dear. The reason he's been recalled is some concern about moon sugar, so he thought about refusing, but they've got members of his family back in Cyrodiil, so oh dear. It would appear that yes, there's all sorts of factional nonsense going on back home, so he's got to go and deal with that. And hilariously, yes, he thinks that makes me the ranking Blades agent in the region, but he's not actually 100% sure because apparently the Blades are so secretive, even the Blades spy master isn't clear on which Blades are or aren't in the province at any given moment. So, okay, he's given me some gold together with... well, this just feels weird. He's just given me his pants, which is, you know, odd. And his shirt, that's more reasonable, given you clearly have got no use for it. And also, a ring. Maybe that's enchanted, that could be nice. So okay, his standing orders before he goes are basically continue just following the Nerevarine business. So, for that reason, yeah. Track down the prophecies. The woman we spoke to back at Vivec, she was Caius' friend, she'll help out with that. Then once we've got the prophecies, get them back to the Ashlanders and work with them to officially become the Nerevarine. Gotcha! Though we know that Mehra is being watched, so if something's gone wrong, find her quarters, she'll leave a message there under the code word Maya. We've heard that before, so, right. Anything more you've learnt about the lost prophecies? Nothing much, just yes, as we already knew, it's the dissident priests we need to track down. Gotcha! And delightfully, even though we're saying goodbye to Caius right now, the lad is still full of useful advice, so, okay. I have been getting attacked while sleeping a lot, and apparently it's because I'm in town. It's making me too easy to find, so either camp out in the backcountry where I won't be attacked, or alternatively, take the fight to them. Find a nearby base, I might be able to shut down the attacks, and now that you say that, Caius, I think I might know how to do that. One of the final missions given to me by the temple was tracking down a dark cult pretty nearby to Balmora, so in theory, if I go and take care of that, that might stop the nighttime attacks. I'm genuinely gonna miss Caius. I'm kinda sad that apparently he's leaving for now. Hopefully he'll come back later. Oh, and I tell you what, everything he's given me is enchanted, so, right. 20% chameleon pants, then sneak 20 points on his shirt, alternatively, Caius' ring, fortify luck and security. I mean, I tell you what, 20 points of luck is not bad for anything. Like, that's pretty good for alchemy and whatnot. So, Oh, Caius, I'm genuinely gonna miss you. You're great, and tragically, I feel like, yes, if I just sleep until I'm healed, is he gonna be gone? No, he's not! He's still here, oh Caius. Thank you for staying to watch over me while I rested up for the night. But if I step outside and back in, now he is gone. Well, you know what, Caius? I shall carry on your noble legacy, okay? I'm taking your good quality skooma pipe and presumably your skooma spoon with me. And also, now he's gone, I'm gonna finally figure out, yes, what was in his mysterious locked containers. Hilariously, the answer turned out to be in part just more drugs. Oh, Caius, you were a star, weren't you? Though I can't help but wonder, stepping outside for a second here, if Caius's pants give me a 20% chameleon, and the Amulet of Shadows I got off that assassin gives me 80% chameleon, if I just activate both of those at the same time, then currently my chameleon is 100%. Does that mean I'm literally undetectable? Okay, just sneak into a shop, round to the front of you, and he's not detecting me. I think I'm undetectable until one of these effects wears off after 30 seconds and, okay, presumably, there we go. I'm guessing what just happened is, yeah, the pants wore off, but the amulet is still on because that is 60 seconds, not 30, so, okay. If I need to sneak through an area, I can now activate 100% chameleon, which as far as I could see, means literally no one could detect me. Oh, Caius, you were a star. Right, in which case, let's get around the corner to Vivec and get on with this business. And while I'm passing her through, there's probably a whole bunch of other bits and pieces I need to mop up in a Vivec as well. So okay, quest journal. Let's figure out what I've been, yes, like forgetting to do all this time. Okay, we're off to a good start here, which is, someone asked me to, yes, and go and apologise to Trebonius so he'd remove an embarrassing rash curse from him. And I didn't do that, and Trebonius is dead, so, okay, that's one person I've screwed over forever. Good job, John. Oh, this one I can do, though. There was an invisible guy, and he said, go and sort that out for me with the Telvanni wizards, and, I'm pretty sure I already did, I just never went back to him to say, hey, just FYI, you're not invisible anymore, though, where was Caius? Because I know he wanted me to go to the Telvanni section of Vivec to sort out the problem, and I already did, I just can't remember where he is. Remember he was up top, though, he's in one of, like, the top sections. Here we go, he was upstairs in St. Dellen, so, thank you, it's so good to be able to be seen again. I just wish I had something to offer you, but I have nothing of value and no gold to speak of. It's not easy to find a job when you're invisible, so, okay, well you were bloody useless as it turns out. On the other hand, can't help but notice that, yes, he's a Cassius Alcinius. And he's literally standing next door to a trader with the same name. So, hang on. By any chance, would you be willing to, like, you know, settle up your son's debts? Because I paid like 400 gold to that wizard. There we go, I thank you. This should cover the money he owed, and a little something for you as well. So, okay, the lad outside's a bloody idiot, but you, sir, you are a stand-up chappie and I appreciate that. As a thank you, I'm gonna sell you some Dwemer coins at cost, and I'm not gonna argue up the price at all. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna give you a discount, good sir. Thank you very, very much indeed. You're a true gent. Oh, and while I'm passing by, right, my current Morrowind contracts are also both right here. So, one in the Redoran Canton, and the other right next door at Hlaalu. So, okay, let's go take care of them. Cause yes, I've been a bit, lax with the whole Morrowind business, I'll admit. Okay, so starting off in a Redoran, we're looking for, yes, the Flowers of Gold Corner Club. There we go, literally just off the main plaza, so, okay. Back to the journal, make sure we know who the target is. Gurul Retharan, lovely. Oh, get him wearing a fancy poke probe and whatnot. So, okay. This, I'd say, would be an excellent opportunity to test out what I was just discussing. So, activate the Amulet of Shadows for 60 seconds, then go over to, yes, Caius' black pants, that's only 30. So activate that and all of a sudden, I should be completely flipping invisible. Meaning if I just sneak up behind you, this should be a critical hit, right? Okay, critical flipping damage, and that guy didn't even see the murder. As far as he's concerned, this guy just mysteriously fell over. And okay, one enchanted weapon, not that interesting, but yeah. One of the special 5 skill point things the Guildmaster wanted me to collect. That one's pretty useless to me, but honestly, may as well take it on the way out. So now we just mosey out of here before my stuff wears off, and okay. So thanks to Caius, I can now basically murder anybody, and no one will ever see me, and thus there will never be any consequences. Oh, Caius, I love you, man. You're great. And this might be particularly useful when dealing with a Galasa Uvain, because one, she's at the Hlaalu treasury, which I'm guessing is going to be somewhat better guarded, and two, I mean, while I'm in the treasury, I'm completely invisible, and no one can detect me, I could, you know, have a look-see round, see what they've got stored away. So here we go, just off of the Ways to Works Plaza here.
Yes, sir.
No one's yelling at me to leave just yet, so, okay. First things first, let's go find our target. Make sure, there we go. Okay. You are standing right here in a very isolated position. So, okay. Back to the original plan here. Go invisible. Then just go even more invisible. Then get out a big hammer, which doesn't actually appear to be invisible. So there's just a hammer floating through the air. You go down to critical damage, which kills you in a 1 hit. Right there. Right. You could just be dead. That's absolutely fine. Weapon goes away. And we could just, you know, sneak on downstairs into the vaults, have a bit of a look-see roundy, etc, etc, though, okay. What we should probably do is, yes, top up the pants spell, because that's going to wear off at first. I now know I've got, 30 seconds before anyone can see anything. Now that means I could just do my mega spell to unlock the door. Also need to quickly, deprobe the thing. So now we can just open this, sneak straight past you. There's even flipping more here, as it turns out. Good. Just need to take care of this as well. Probably should update my... Actually, I should probably update everything at this point. So, update 1, update 2 as well. Now we can just sneak into the actual room, which is okay. Giant piles of glass armor, together with... oh yeah. You know what? I'll just be having all of this, actually. This is good, and time is currently... okay. So it turns out I've made some excellent decisions coming in here today. Don't worry about stuff we have to, like, you know, fence. Just take the stuff that's either useful or straight up cash. Because, oh yeah, giant pile of gems. That will do the job nicely. We'll be having that. That is... okay, draining a fatigue. I think we can do without that nonsense. Have all of this too. And then literally take the gold off the desk. And I'd say yes, now's probably an excellent time to leave before anyone even knows I was here. So, okay, basically, thank you, Caius. You've just gifted me something truly wonderful. Okay, pop over to the guild and turn in both of those writs. That's 1,000 gold to go as well, though, based on what I just stole from my house Hlaalu. That is nothing, though. Okay, don't say this out loud, John. because you're speaking to Hlaalu right now. He might object to what you've just done. Still, I could get myself a 1 advancement, and 2 more writs as well. So okay, 1 Telvanni wizard just over the road, that's fine. This second one, however, is much more interesting. So, this chappie can be found in Shara, on the southwest coast of Shea Gorad, and I have never heard of Shara. Okay, there might be an entire town in this game I simply didn't know existed till right now. And it did just strike me as well. If I'm planning a prison break right now, the ability to turn invisible, like so invisible and no one can detect me, even if I bump into them. Okay, that could be quite useful too. So okay, plan A, I'm the Pope, so I could just demand to be let inside the temple prison, because, you know, technically everyone inside it works for me. Plan B, I could just turn invisible, and no one will know I was there at all. So, okay. Step 1, let's go find a Mehra, though yeah, she was worried she was being watched, so I'm guessing as she might have gone a bit missing herself. Last time we saw her, yeah, she was right here in the library. She's now very gone, so don't speak to the alternators, they tend not to be that chatty. You, sir! If Mehra's not here right now, you might find her in her private quarters. Her doors across from the canon officers are right here in the Hall of Wisdom, so right, just need to have a poke about till I find either the canon office or her own labelled door. Here we go, canon offices are literally just opposite the library, which was right there. So, there's canon quarters, and there's Milo's quarters, presumably Mehra Milo. So, okay. Currently locked and no one is around, but that's fine. We can sort that out, even though we apparently don't have a key. Let's just give that a quick swish. And okay, 1 room can't be that difficult to search, so a bit of a poke around to help myself to her money at the same time. Let's see what we've got. Here we go, a note to a mayor right here, and a mayor's the code word meaning this is important. A mayor, sorry I missed you, had to run some old documents to the Inquisitor at the Ministry of Truth, and I'm likely to be tied up for a while. Why don't you meet me there as soon as you can? So, Ministry of Truth. That's the floating prison, just like I suspected. So, okay. We can leave together as soon as I'm done. And Mayor, don't forget to bring me 2 Divine Intervention Scrolls, or if you use them, buy a couple of new ones for me. I think I'm going to need them soon. So, right. That's the plan. We need to break into the prison, but we don't need to break Mehra or the dissident priest out. Or to be precise, presumably, 1 distant priest. That's why she wants 2 Divine Intervention Scrolls. 1 for her, and 1 for the priest in question. As for getting into the prison, okay. Alvela Saram is the guard at the entrance. Tell them you're looking for me, and she'll let you in. So okay, if I identify myself as a mayor, possibly, yeah, this person is secretly on a Mehra and the priest's side. We might have a 1 friendly guards. And there's also levitate potions around, but we don't need them. I can levitate, that's fine. So, okay. We now know what's going on and what we need to do. And in fact, I'm sitting on 5 scrolls of Divine Intervention, because sometimes you just find them sitting around, and these days, yeah, I could just cast that spell, so we don't need to worry about that. So okay, we've got the gear we need to sneak into the prison. I don't need the Rising of Force potions, that I can do by myself. And obviously, I'm wearing my official Pope robe, so everyone understands I'm the Cocking Pope. And just in case that doesn't work underneath my Pope robe, yeah, I'm wearing everything I need to go completely invisible. Also, plan C, I've got a really cocking big hammer, so if the Pope plan doesn't work out, and the invisible plan doesn't work out, then yes, we just break everyone's skulls with a giant hammer. Also, John, there's a very real possibility that yes, some people might need to be persuaded you're supposed to be going where you're going. So pop on all your personality gear. Right, with that done, activate a bit of levitation, and up we go, though. Just out of interest, which is the front door? That's the Hall of Processing, lock level 80, so okay, we can definitely get in there as well. But seriously, which is the, like, front door? Hello there! You're the friendly one! So, no pilgrims allowed, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. But you're not here to visit anyone, are you? And, as it turns out, yes I am. Mehra said you'd come. I'll say you subdued me with magic and stole my key. It opens all 3 exterior doors. The upper back door is best. You'll need other keys for other doors inside. Search for the keys in desks and no one carries keys while on duty. Mehra's in the prison keep in the cells on the far right. And Mehra said you'd bring the scrolls to get out, so... okay, you're a friendly, gotcha. Speaking of which, some of us are sympathetic to the dissident priests. But if you kill an ordinator, you'll lose that sympathy. You've got rank in the temple, maybe you can bluff your way through. Here's the key to the entrance, now get going. So, okay. It's possible me being the Pope or like over a certain level in the temple will mean I can literally walk in, handle the scrolls, walk straight back out again. This might be the most stylish prison break in history. So okay, there's another door right here, lot level 80, but presumably yes, I've got the key for that, and she was just saying the upper right door, wasn't she? So I think she means this one. For the time being though, yes, we don't want to sneak, we don't want to do anything like that, just walk on in. And if anyone sees me, says anything, etc, etc, then that's fine. So, no trouble, folks. If I just, you know, walk up to you. I don't care who you are, Patriarch, you don't belong in here. So get out right now, don't make me use the force. Okay. So, I feel like what we should probably do is... okay, the key doesn't work on that. We should just not engage with these individuals. And also, John, have a plan before you start running around. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't write down everything she said. So, did she say, like, where to find Mehra? She might have done, so, okay. I feel like possibly there might come a moment where, yes, we need to, like, go over to Operation Be Invisible. It is nice, however, that, yes, they are acknowledging I'm the Patriarch, etc, etc. So, no trouble, lads, no trouble whatsoever. I'm just having a poke around. No one's, like, yelling at me, drawing weapons, etc. So,
what do you want?
Okay. Patriarch, you're not allowed in here, you must leave immediately. If you don't leave immediately, we will use force, I will not be responsible for your safety. Okay. If you don't leave now, you'll leave in a bag. But you, sir, are standing next to, you know, a desk. Then again, I don't need keys. I can just open any door I want to. But on top of that, I know the usual procedure is don't wear Ordinator armor, but I can't help but notice there's an Ordinator helmet right there. If I dress myself up in Ordinator gear just this once, would that be the better way to go? It might be, you know, so hang on. This is a Vivec temple. Oh, this is back outside to where you were, so okay. This is here. That's the door out the back, so I just need to, yes, mosey upwards, one assumes. Down would be down to the other door. So okay, keep on keeping on. Prison keep. That seems precisely like what we need here. Beautiful. So okay, mosey in that direction and... oh dear. Percentage Aria Groshurgak. I'm assuming that's supposed to be my rank, but that hasn't appeared on this occasion. This is against procedure, and you know it. Get out of here right now. What I'm more concerned about is, yes, the fact that the angry combat music is playing. I think I may have pushed my luck a little bit too far here. Oh yeah, people are now drawing swords. People have drawn swords against me officially. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back outside. And now we're going to get down. And we're going to go back in all sneaky-like. Because officially, I don't seem to have committed a crime yet. My bounty is still 0. So okay, the poke thing seemed to work somewhat well. It's now time for plan B. Go invisible, and then I've got, 30 seconds or multiple charges of the pants or whatnot to get in, hand over the scrolls, and get back out again. So okay, activate, yes, the amulet, then activate pants, and in we go. Okay, everyone is now... I mean, there's angry music playing, but no one's actually attacking me at this exact moment in time. So, right, where's Mehra? You're not who we're looking for, and... Well, this is no bloody good. Where the cock is Mehra, and... Was I briefly detected? That's concerning. Right, reactivate pants. We need to start cracking open cells right now, and... Oh, there's all different cells. Well, you're not the person we're looking for. That's... Somehow the door relocked from the inside. That's fine, and we just need to find the correct door here, and... Okay, this is getting to be a tiny bit of a, scruffy escape attempt, I'll admit. Here we go, this looks about right. So, door number 3, Mehra, and don't unlock Mehra. That's not what we're doing here, so, right. Here's the scrolls. I need one for myself and my escape plan. Getting out will be a lot faster and safer for you if you've got one. If you haven't, maybe you can find some other way out. So, here's the plan. Give me the scroll. I'll meet you at the secret distant priest monastery to Holamayan. So, okay. Apparently, we're going somewhere new. When you get out of here, look for a woman named Blatter on the east docks of Ebonheart. Tell her I sent you and that you want to go fishing. She'll bring you to a Holamayan by boat. I'll meet you there and we'll get the lost prophecies from Gilvas Borello, the leader of the dissident priests. Magic seals the entrance, however, so speak to Vevran and Arian, a monk at the dock, about the hidden entrance. So, okay. There's a reason the distant priests have managed to hold this location. It's protected by all sorts of weird magics. Oh, and possibly the second scroll she asked me to bring wasn't for like a priest, it was for me, so I could get out just the same way. So, okay, well if there's no one else to, like, give a scroll to, that's fine, I don't need to use a scroll. I could just use my own incredible magical powers. Oh, and this is cool. The secret monastery in question is apparently beneath the surface of a remote island along Azura's coast, so, there's a good chance I've just walked straight past it without realising it because, it has special magical protection and whatnot. And speaking of which, okay. The magical shield only opens at dawn and dusk. The magical twilight hours are sacred to Azura, so... okay, I can't deny this place does sound rather badass, yes. And as for what we're ultimately looking for, the Apocrypha. A mysterious book containing lost prophecies that the Ashlanders don't have anymore, but early temple pilgrims might just have written down. So, okay, it's all flipping coming together. And yeah, she's not wrong. If we've now got everything we need out of this prison, probably best we just get the flip out of Dodge here. To do that, divine intervention should presumably take me straight to Ebonheart, which is precisely where I want to go. So okay, just to pop that spell down. And okay, this is definitely Ebonheart. You could tell, because Jonas Maximus is here, and Jonas Maximus is the best character in the game. So okay, down to the docks here, and yes, you're the usual transport boat. Which makes me suspicious that you over here... You're presumably, there we go, Blatter. So, right, I would love to go fishing. I know a fine place, excellent fishing. My friend Mehra says it's her favourite fishing spot. So, go on then, Blatter. Take me where we need to go. So, okay, she'll take me there now. And on top of that, she can take me back there anytime I want to, because presumably there's no guilds or silk striders or anything. So, it's going to be a bit difficult to get to. Though she's not doing it for free, obviously. She does want flipping money for her trouble. So okay, we've arrived in what looks very much like Azura's coast, with 10 million rocks sticking out of the water and whatnot. And right, we're just a tiny bit to the north of the area I've explored previously. But honestly, yeah, this whole bit of the world is kind of one of the last big expanses I've never walked past before. So okay, that's why they hid, an important plot thing here. Gotcha. So, step the next, we need to speak to Vevrana Aryan, possibly a relation to my former patron, I don't know, about, yes, how precisely we get inside. And speak of the devil, she's right here by the docks, so, okay. She's a monk here, so she knows what she's talking about. Take the stone pathway north from the docks, and the path uphill. The entrance is hidden by a magical shield. Wait or rest at the head of the path, and the portal opens at dawn or dusk. We'll then find a Mehra in the library with a Master Borello, and on top of that, she could get me back to Vivec if that's what I want. So okay, she was just saying follow the path, we may as well do that, sure, though steps are a bit steep in places, so I need to jump on occasion hilariously. And I think I see what she means, so presumably, yes, this thingy here opens upwards at the right time of day. Question is, when she says dawn and dusk, I don't actually know, like, at what hour that officially happens in Morrowind. So let's start at, say, 5 PM, and we'll work from there. So now just 1 hour ago, try 6 PM, and... okay, apparently 6 PM is fine. So that now opens up, beautiful. And yeah, from the water, you would not look at this island and think it was anything special. They've done a good job of hiding it, so... okay, in we go to the super secret magical monastery. And by the sounds of the people inside, okay, Mehra Milo is and always has been a representative of this monastery. She was functionally just a spy inside Vivec. And as far as they're concerned, they're the true religion of Vvardenfell. They're the ones honouring the ancient traditions. The Tribunal, meanwhile, they're a bunch of upstarts who are pretending to be gods and have caused a whole bunch of trouble. So, you know what? I'm the Pope. If I want to, I can just change the dogma to say, actually, the dissidents are right. Let's kick Vivec out of his stupid apartment on top of that pyramid, and these guys can move back in instead. And yes, I may be a couple of steps ahead of the plot here, because... they are mentioning the Tribunal's divinity might have the same source as Dagothur's evil power. Dagothur's power seems to wax as the Tribunal's wanes, and, yeah. Based on everything I've put together, there's some sort of weird thing in Red Mountain that takes people and makes them into gods. Presumably, Dagothur used it, and so did the Tribunal. How precisely power is siphoned from one to the other, though... John. The thing in question is in Red Mountain, and Dagothur's in Red Mountain. Presumably, he's found a way to use the thing to slowly drain their power in order to give it to himself, so, okay, that's probably what's going on. So okay, have a poke around, we're looking for the library and... okay, we found it immediately. It turns out this monastery isn't very big. In fact, it's one small loop. Though I'll give you do have, like, you know, shops and enchanters and whatnot, so that's nice. So okay, let's start off with Mehra, who is very happy she got sprung from prison. Beautiful. Nothing more from her, though, so, right. Gilvas, me and you need to have a chat. In particular, the Lost Prophecies. So, he's reviewed the book in question and found 2 passages of particular interest. We've made copies to give you. Many are familiar with the 2 Nerevarine prophecies current among the Ashlanders, called the Stranger and the Seven of Vision, and yes, I've been told both of them previously, and I'm pretty sure I've got a copy in my inventory as well. We've got 2 other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the 7 Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Maybe these are the Lost Prophecies that your friend spoke about. We've also prepared a document called Kagranak's Tools. This document will explain to you and others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the Tribunal, and the corrupt nature of their divine power. It is to conceal this secret that the temple persecutes the Nerevarine and the dissident priests, and the persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy, Dagothur. If you are Nerevarine, you must lead us against him, so... right, he's just given me a whole bunch of bits and pieces to read. And what's interesting is, yes, this guy doesn't necessarily believe in the literal truth of the Nerevarine. He doesn't actually think Nerevar has returned in a real sense. Instead, even if only reborn in spirit. Basically, if someone shows up who's close enough to Nerevar, that's good enough as far as he's concerned. Beyond that, yeah, plenty we already knew about, so the temple was doing well with its absolute control over faith and loyalty when they were keeping Daegotha and the Blight locked up in Red Mountain. Now, not so much. We're seeing blighted creatures all over the place. Next up, what he's just given me, so the Lost Prophecy. From 7th sign of 11th generation, neither Hound nor Gua nor Seed nor Harrow, but Dragonborn and a far star marked, Outlander incarnate beneath the Red Mountain. Blessed guest counters 7 curses, star-blessed hand wields a thrice-cursed blade, to reap the harvest of the unmourned house. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure what most of that means, but his rough interpretation would be, an Outlander, foreign-born but welcomed as a guest, can affront 7 curses beneath the Red Mountain. His hand, blessed by Azura, uses a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth, or House Dwemer, or both. But yes, the idea of the Nerevarine being an Outlander, not a Dunmer, that might cause some trouble among the Ashlanders, and may in effect explain how it got lost. It wasn't lost so much as deliberately disposed of, because yes, it was saying something they didn't necessarily want to hear. And then we've got the 7 curses, so through the doors of the unmourned house, where scoffers scoff and schemers scheme, from the halls of the oath-breaking house, ring 7 curses of gods blasphemed. First curse, the curse of fire, then the curse of ash, curse of flesh, a curse of ghosts, curse of seed, a curse of despair, curse of dreams. Okay, once again, not entirely sure about that, but 7 curses are from a House Dagoth, or possibly House Dwemer. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain, flesh is corporous, ghost, seeds and despair are unclear, but curse of dreams seems to refer to the recent case of soul sickness and sleeper attacks in town, so okay. It does, fit pretty well with what Dagoth seems to be doing right now. And finally, he's given me a few more books on the topic of Nerevar, though I think possibly some of these I've already read. Yes, Nerevar Moon and Star focuses on him as a local Khan, whose primary achievement was dealing with the Dwemer. They were the real threat. Then he was backstabbed by the Great Houses. Saint Nerevar, meanwhile, yes, tells a completely different story. He was killed during the fight, and then his loyal, beloved companion set up the temple in his honor. And yes, another account here that suggests he was killed during the struggle, not afterwards, though, yeah, much more of a focus on the Moon and Star Ring, which I'm guessing we need to go and get at some point pretty soon to prove one way or the other whether we're actually Nerevar. And finally, Kagranak's tools, though for the most part, yeah, this is just putting a flash on a theory I'd already mostly constructed from, digging into the Dwemer disappearance, so, okay. Specifically, the magical MacGuffin is the ancient heart of a long-dead god, Lorcan. Kagranak, meanwhile, wanted to, yes, not become a god, but build a god, one that would only benefit the Dwemer. So he made 3 great enchanted artifacts, Kagranak's tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping into the heart's power. Sunder, an enchanted hammer to strike the heart to produce the exact volume and quality of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. So, okay, I'm guessing ultimately we need to recover all 3 of them. But once again, just putting a bit of flesh on what I'd already mostly determined. During the fight at Red Mountain, Kagranak tried to use the tools, and the Dwemer just sort of disappeared. Whether that was what he intended or not, we can't be entirely certain. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he goes to speak with the people who would become the Tribunal in future. Dagoth then goes a bit bananas and the whole thing turns into a scrap. So yeah, I think most of this we already knew from that journal of Kagranak's we found in a Red Mountain. But yeah, we're just slightly filling out the detail here. And the reason the Tribunal is not doing so hot is they're sustained by the same taint of power that's driving Dagoth mad. They're growing weak and can't protect us, and even if they could, should we even worship them anymore? So, okay. Feels like, yes, the entire House of Cards is tumbling down when it comes to the state of the tribunal. Okay, by the looks of it, yes, I've now got everything I can out of this guy, so in which case, probably best I mosey on home. And there we go, straight back to Balmora, but yes indeed. I would say, having said goodbye to Caius and executed a very successful prison break, how about we call it a part there? But next time... Right, I think I know precisely where we're going. With the new prophecies in hand, we need to return up north to say hello to the Nerevarine Oracle. And while we're nearby, yes indeed. It sounds like there may possibly be some sort of settlement right here in Dagonafel that I've just completely bloody missed up to this point, so we will most definitely be going to look for that too. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?